We've all heard the phrase toxic masculinity thrown around. Think aggressive, dominant behavior, objectifying, catcalling, mansplaining, hell, even manspreading. We really have gone into depth. But what about the reverse side? Is there such thing as toxic femininity? I believe there is, and it takes many forms. A lot has already been said about feminism and how it is changing the world, or at least aiming to. Whether you choose to be or not, you already are part of this revolution. The sad part is, most people talking about it have no clue about what feminism really is. And this is the point where we look back at what feminism is, and more importantly, what it is not before shunning it right away. It is ironic how a concept so progressive also happens to be one of the most hated words in the country. Yes, feminism. What is feminism? And why do so many women and men hate it? First of all, allow me to explain what feminism really is, using a very simple analogy. Suppose two kids, a boy and a girl, have some chocolates with them. The chocolates are of the same kind. Now the boy has 8 and the girl has 4. What some women sadly think feminism is, the boy gives the girl 8, so that she now has 12. What some men and women think feminism is, taking 6 from the boy and giving them to the girl, so she has 10 and now he has 2. What feminism actually is, giving 2 more to the girl so they both have 6 each. Now, do you think feminism is becoming toxic? When people have conversations about femininity, they rarely touch on toxic femininity, mostly because most people do not view it as a problem. However, this toxic behavior can be as damaging as toxic masculinity. The reason why so many men hate feminism simply because men characterize femininity as intimidating. Loud movement centered on attacking men, even though femininity emerged as a fight for gender equality. In TikTok, there was this trend where you film random boys you find hot and then you post it. This is invading someone's privacy. It's a crime. In fact, what are the comments? Oh my god, can you give me his number? Damn, I want his Instagram user ID right now. And nobody objected to the fact that the boys were not comfortable. Feminists believe that women's actions are above criticism and can always be excused because of the discrimination they have suffered. Therefore, they never have to take responsibility for their behavior. I want you to imagine, what if a boy did this trend with a girl he found appealing? People would have not tolerated it. They would have reported the boy and God knows what else. This is toxic. A girl is given these privileges that are proof that men and women are still not equal. And if it continues, it never will be. Feminism is another word for equality, but is this equality? This is toxic feminism. Why are only girls given privileges and not boys and vice versa? A world where boys and girls get treated the same. It's only possible if we stop giving privileges to a certain gender. Of course, we have all heard the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. One of these comments is particularly relevant to the question of how our culture sees male and female victims of abuse. Heard says, "You can please tell people that it is a fair fight, and see what the jury and the judge thinks. Tell the world, Johnny, I, Johnny Depp, a man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence. And see how many people believe or side with you." Later in the conversation, Depp presses Heard. "Do you believe you're an abuser? Do you believe you abused me physically?" Heard responds by pointing to his superior size and strength. "I have never been able to overpower you." A simple example on how women make false accusations of rape and abuse against men. And that makes such an accusation a way of getting attention, fame, and protection. The major goal of the feminist movement is to improve conditions for women, and yet only a minority of women in modern society self-identify as feminists. This is known as the feminist paradox. Since the feminist movement of the 1960s and 70s, women have gained a more equal footing in the workplace and society. So why do most women act like men? For example, in the workplace, women are afraid of men treating them like airheads or sexually harassing them if they dress in skirts. But a strong woman wearing a skirt can put a man in his place if need be. An intelligent woman who enjoys wearing high heels to the office can impress others with her intellect if she chooses. Being feminine doesn't mean being weak or a target of harassment. It is rather sad when women in competitive environments turn against each other rather than being mutually proud and respectful against all the odds. They both made it. Malicious gossip, rumor campaigns, the threat of social exclusion and disapproval. At workplace, women keep other women in line in various ways. However, the truth is that the work environment can be harmful to men too. Women can attack men with no consequence, since it is not exactly considered to be a form of harassment. This is mainly because women are seen as the weaker sex. For this reason, women get away with aggression because it is often covered under niceness. Let's understand what feminism is meant to be. Feminism at its core is about equality of men and women, not sameness. It's critical to understand that same does not mean equal. The issue here is about equal rights and equal access to opportunities. When women struggled for equal rights, they shouted that they are proud to be women, which they are capable of as women. Yet the first thing they did was burn their bras and start wearing pants, throwing away their very essence of femininity. In order to make it a man's world, they shouted at the top of their lungs that they are women, but took on very masculine traits to prove it. When I ask people what they think about feminism, the immediate topics they relate to are women smoking and drinking like men. Due to the wrong perception, I think the core of feminism has backfired. Both men and women view feminism in a negative sense. That is, women going out of the way to be like men. So, I believe one of the main reasons why many are against feminism is the misunderstanding of the term feminism itself. No, feminism doesn't say a woman who stays at home and raises a family is oppressed or regressive. It respects a woman who has chosen to become a homemaker, as much as it embraces a woman who steps out and makes a mark in the big bad corporate world. Real feminists respect every woman's choice of who she wants to be, whether she wears a hijab or a bikini. Freedom of choice is what it stands in support for, whether that leads a woman to the kitchen or the office. Dear watchers, our aim is nothing less than equal treatment and opportunity for both genders. There are still many inequalities in society's perception of the roles of men and women. We want to build a world in which no person, because of their gender, must curtail their hopes and dreams. And so this leaves me with a question for you watching this. Do you believe that women and men deserve equal rights and equal opportunities? If not, why not specifically? Waiting for your answers in the comments below. Do not forget to subscribe and hit that like button for more impactful topics. Thanks for watching.